President talking tariffs and the economy. If you look at our new Fox News poll at 100 days job approval compared to other presidents, there you see the president at 44%, and you see his first term at 45% at this mark, the 100-day mark. We have other new polls that are revealing some concerns about the economy. Let's talk about that.
Ouch. Donald Trump just got savaged in a brutal Fox News poll, which prompted Trump himself to lash out at Fox News on Truth Social in a total public meltdown that we have to talk about. But before we do, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, it's always fun to see Fox News versus Donald Trump. It's mostly one-sided with Trump lashing out at Fox. Fox is much too intimidated to pick a fight with Donald Trump, but he's pissed about this brutal Fox News poll. And not the first time he's lashed out at Fox over unflattering polls, but let's see what he had to say today. Rupert Murdoch has told me for years that he's going to get rid of his Fox News Trump-hating fake pollster, and he has never done so. This pollster has gotten me and MAGA wrong for years. Also, and while he's at it, he should start making changes at the China-loving Wall Street Journal. It sucks. That's funny. That's funny. He is so insecure and pathetic and thin-skinned. Imagine President Biden or President Obama publicly lashing out at an unflattering poll about them. Trump just can't handle it. He really can't. Not the first time that Fox has given him a bad poll, and not the first time that Trump has lashed out in response. It's an abusive relationship. How dare you criticize me? Or rather, how dare you report the truth about how other people are criticizing me? You're not even criticizing me. You're just asking questions, and they're coming back in ways I don't like. It's funny. Now, the Wall Street Journal, we'll get to that in a second. That's a sister publication of Fox News, also owned by Rupert Murdoch. Let's pick up that clip we just played of a very dour Bret Baier. It's very sad to report this because he's reportedly reportedly he's a friendly acquaintance of Donald Trump, so I'm sure this brings him no joy knowing that Trump is going to lash out at him. But let's play this exchange between Brit Hume and Bret Baier.
If you look at our new Fox News poll at 100 days job approval compared to other presidents, there you see the president at 44%. And you see his first term at 45% at this mark, the 100-day mark. We have other new polls that are revealing some concerns about the economy. Let's talk about that, the politics and these polls. Fox News chief political analyst Brit Hume joins me. Brit, you've looked at these. What strikes you?
Well, a couple of things. There's a list of issues that we asked people what they felt about. And the president is underwater in all but one, and that one is the border, where he's got high approval on that, majority approval. He's above water. Everything else, including immigration, which for some reason was separated from the border in this particular poll, he's a little bit underwater on immigration. He's way down on right at the moment on the economy, and even way down further on tariffs, which are of course part of that. So, you know, foreign policy rating isn't good, and so on. My thought about this is not really unexpected in my view, Brett. His overall approval rating, as you noted earlier, is 44%. So much of what he's undertaken remains a work in progress. And, you know, they haven't got any trade deals yet. You know, the tariffs are out there, and people are worried about them and don't like them. We don't know how that's going to play out. We don't know how the foreign policy endeavors are going to pan out. We don't have peace between Ukraine and Russia, which he promised. So there's a lot of work to be completed, which, if done successfully, I think would dramatically elevate his current approval rating.
Yeah, a lot of balls in the air.
Yeah, that's so. What a you know, a lot of balls in the air. I'm just trying to imagine them offering such an optimistic assessment if it had been a Democrat. But of course, again, Fox plays by a very different set of standards when it comes to Democrats. So let's actually look at the poll. But actually, before we do, I just want to say Wall Street Journal. I've been quoting them a lot here lately. That's the reason why Trump is lashing out at the Wall Street Journal, because they've been criticizing his economic policy, his fiscal policy, calling out his absurd tariff strategy, and of course the incoherence of it, in addition to just how it's inherently disastrous. But then he's drawing a terrible hand deliberately and playing that hand as terribly as a person can get, right? So it's a double sin. To say nothing of the Wall Street Journal's even attacked Trump for his lawfare against his political opponents. So they've actually made some fairly principled objections to the authoritarian excesses of the Trump administration. That's why he lashed out at them with the, and also while he's at it, he should start making changes at the China-loving Wall Street Journal. It sucks. So funny. All right, let's get to the Fox News poll. And by the way, folks, I busted out laughing earlier this morning when I was reading about this. It was before Trump's reaction to it. But note, okay, what you just heard, what you just read from Trump in response, and look at the headline here. Fox News poll, the first 100 days of Trump's second term. But then the second part of it, 82% are extremely or very concerned about inflation, down from 89% in January. So that's like the little subline there of all the things they could have said. I love how they act. So 80% of the country are terrified about inflation, but hey, it's down 7 points because in January it was 89%. That's so funny to me. I just what are you trying to do? Are you trying to massage his feelings about this or what? As Trump approaches the 100th day of his second term, a Fox News survey finds voters pleased with the job he's doing on border security, but displeased on most other issues, including inflation. Trump receives his best marks on border security as a 55% majority approves. That's the only issue where his ratings are in positive territory. On immigration, a record high of 47% approve, 48% disapprove, while a new low of 38% approve on the economy, 56% disapprove. And again, let's just note, once again, Trump had the Republican polling advantage on the economy, and he was this mimetic TV billionaire who was successfully pitched as a brilliant businessman, even though the receipts suggest otherwise. So he's lost that, which is devastating. His worst ratings are on inflation, 33% approve, 59% disapprove, followed by tariffs, 33 to 58, foreign policy, 40 to 54, taxes, 38 to 53, and guns, 41 to 44. Oof, look at those yellow disapprove lines. Brutal stuff. Overall approval of Trump's job performance comes in at 44%, down 5 points from 49% approval in March. That's lower than the approval of President Biden, 54%, President Obama, 62%, and President Bush, 63% at the 100-day mark in their presidencies. It's also lower by 1 point compared to Trump's 45% approval rating at this point 8 years ago. And some 59% are unhappy with how things are going in this country. Yikes. You can see why Donald Trump is pissed. Of course, he should be pissed at that he's doing such a terrible job, and that's resonating with the American people. He should be pissed at himself, going, okay, well, I need to reverse course. It doesn't seem like he's going to. Instead, he's lashing out. It's almost like going to the doctor, and your doctor tells you that your diet is contributing to some health issues, perhaps weight gain, okay? Like that. And it would be like me lashing out at my doctor. Like when I recently went to the doctor and I saw that I'd gained weight as a consequence of a stressed out sedentary lifestyle, and I need to get better about that. I didn't get pissed at my doctor for telling me that because I am doing it. It's my choice, my lifestyle choices. And instead, that's the way to look at it. Okay, this is sobering. I need to take it very seriously. Trump should approach it that way, that the pollsters are almost like physicians in the sense that they're just simply telling you what the facts are as they see it. And if it's bad news, it's not their fault. It's your fault, right? Trump doesn't look at it that way. He is very much a shoot the messenger sort of person. I just love how it's very dour. Brett Baer's oh shit, please don't make me say this. But he did. And Trump is lashing out in a full-blown public meltdown, and it's so funny. I love to see it, and people should make fun of him for it. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.